Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast. Ozcast. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Okay, so today we're diving into something really fascinating.
Yeah.
The world of elite athletics.
Okay.
Specifically, we're looking at American runner Shelby Houlihan.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she just won silver in the 3,000 meters at the World Indoor Championships.
Wow.
Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at a piece from The Guardian.
Okay.
It's called USA's Houlihan Jubilant with 3,000-meter silver after return from burrito ban.
Interesting title.
Yeah, so
It's catchy.
it is catchy. And what makes this more than just like a regular, sports victory
Right.
is the context.
Okay.
Like, she's coming back after a 4-year doping ban.
Oh, wow.
So there's all this emotion surrounding her comeback.
Yeah,
It really makes you think about what athletes go through.
absolutely. And this silver medal, 3,000 meters,
Yeah.
finishing behind Ethiopia's Fruwarni Hailu.
Right.
It's a huge moment for her.
Yeah.
It's her first major international competition since that 4-year ban.
Right.
So the stakes were incredibly high.
And, speaking of that ban,
Yeah.
it's been called the burrito ban, right?
Yeah, I've heard that.
And it all stems from a positive test for nandrolone
Right.
before the 2021 Olympic trials.
Okay.
So let's break this down for a sec.
Yeah.
Houlihan's explanation was that she ate a tainted pork burrito,
Okay. As interesting.
and that's where it came from.
So what happened next is really interesting.
Yeah.
Her appeals, they went all the way up to the Court of Arbitration for Sport,
Wow.
which is like the top court for sports,
Right?
but they were rejected.
Oh, wow.
And this is where things get controversial.
Mhm.
The article points out that there have been other cases where athletes accidentally took banned substances,
Right.
but they got much lighter penalties.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty big inconsistency.
It does.
It makes you wonder about the fairness of it all.
Yeah, and the article highlights the role of the Athletics Integrity Unit.
Right, the AIU.
Yeah, they're the ones who prosecuted her case.
Right, and they didn't give her any leniency.
Right.
I mean, imagine being sidelined for that long
I know.
during your peak performance years.
Yeah, it's hard to even fathom.
It's got to be devastating.
Right.
And Houlihan has talked about it pretty openly.
She had.
She described that initial period
Yeah.
away from running as just absolute crushing.
Yeah.
She'd been running since she was 5 years old.
Wow.
So, running was her whole identity.
Right, a huge part of her life.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
said she felt completely broken,
Oh, wow.
and rebuilding herself was incredibly difficult.
It's inspiring that she even tried.
Yeah, and at first she was really fueled by anger,
That makes sense.
understandably.
Absolutely.
But that anger turned into something else.
What do you mean?
Like, it became this powerful determination.
Oh, wow.
She said that she couldn't just give up
Right.
and always wonder what if.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
She believes she still has so much more to achieve.
That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing? And she's hoping that this silver medal could lead to sponsorships.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm rooting for her.
Yeah, me too.
So looking ahead,
Yeah,
her future looks pretty bright.
it does.
The article mentions the World Outdoor Championships in September.
Oh, right.
She could be competing in the 1,500 meters or even the 5,000 meters.
Wow, so she's got options.
I know.
That's exciting.
And this indoor silver could be a stepping stone to even bigger things.
I hope so.
Oh, and just to give a bit of context,
Yeah.
the U.S. team did really well at these championships.
We did.
They topped the medal table
Wow.
with 6 gold medals and 16 total.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Houlihan silver is part of a bigger picture of success for the U.S.
Absolutely.
So when we look at all of this,
Yeah. Yeah.
this deep dive into Shelby Houlihan's journey,
Mm-hmm.
it shows us how resilient she is.
It really does.
Coming back after this huge ban.
Yeah.
It was controversial.
It was.
And we see her emotional journey too.
Right.
From shock and anger to finding that motivation
Yeah.
and then achieving something amazing.
On a world stage.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And it makes you think,
No.
what's the balance
Okay.
between strict anti-doping rules,
Right.
which are important for fair play,
Of course.
but also, the complexities of situations where someone might be innocent?
Yeah.
Like, what if the contamination was unintentional?
Right. It's a tough question.
It is.
Where do you draw the line?
Exactly.
And how do you ensure fairness for everyone?
And ultimately, what does Shelby Houlihan's story tell us about the human spirit?
Yeah.
About pushing towards your goals, even after facing these major setbacks.
Something we can all learn from.
It really is something to think about.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It was a good one.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.
All right, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Are you a podcaster? Maybe you've got that big idea and you're looking for a network to join. The multi-award-winning Ozcast Network can get your content to eyes and ears all over the world. Join now for the first month free, and you could be featuring this sound at the beginning of your podcast.
Ozcast.
Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.